We are here in Jericho at Birch Hill Sugarworks, and today we're going to get a tour from Ann and Tom and find out about what it's like to live sustainably off the land.
There's two that are ripe.
Do you eat as you walk through?
That's right.
Sometimes when we're hungry, we haven't eaten anything. We say, where's the thimbleberries? See, it's got a little
So sweet.
sustainable living. And there's like three basic tenets. And one is to use power
Energy
from the sun, recycle nutrients, biodiversity. This is called bone set here.
Honeybees and native bees, they all love it. This tree was only 10 feet tall when we moved here.
In 1990, Tom and Ann moved to Jericho with their 3 boys and bought a log cabin surrounded by pasture. 34 years later, they have transformed their homestead.
We wanted to show our kids how to grow food. We wanted to teach them respect for the land. It was a way of life, and I didn't think of it as environmentally sustainable, whatever. It was just the way you should live.
But they each had a tree that they could climb. They each built a little tree house way higher than I would have let them if I knew.
We're up here. And she looked up, and they were like 20-some feet up in the trees.
We live dangerously around here.
Well, how did how did they all feel about?
Oh, they were hugely skeptical and thought we were crazy. These are black currants.
We rely on them in June and early July.
That is the old bee yard.
Learning to keep bees, we also realized that the food supply for bees needs to be spread out across the whole growing season. And that was part of the impetus for allowing this pasture area to grow up.
This is kind of tight in here, but our son says, why don't you make the path bigger? We said, well, then we have to lose. Where you got this mindset, you got to have your lawn just like perfect. It's a reflection of your character. And like, who would want to have this place because it looks like the people don't care, but it's quite the opposite.
So we experiment with what will grow where. It's a blend of food for us, a habitat for insects that'll support songbirds, native birds.
Okay, so when it's raining out there, we can come in here and work.
Nice.
We purchase grain, and we purchase oil and dairy.
So where are you getting the rest of your food that you're eating?
From the land here. Yeah.
I think it's when the trucks stop, because they will. These are raised beds. We have a mill, and we mill lumber, and so these are what's called flitches of the slab wood. This is basil, and we've already harvested once from this. The parsnips didn't germinate very well. It's
A little
an
bit of a
acquired
pepper.
taste.
A little peppery taste.
I tell people it tastes purple.
It does taste like the color purple.
You really do tune in to the weather conditions. And what we were doing in 1995 has really changed drastically. The weather is so unpredictable. It's like more headaches to get the same amount of yield from a small parcel like this. You're working all the time.
This is our blueberry patch, which over the years we've had to worry about raccoons coming, bears coming.
So you have electricity.
Oh yeah, we net meter into the grid.
Hey chickies. Hey chickies. Hi Hawk, how you doing? Good chickies.
I actually met Ann because of a chicken. My chicken Harriet was all alone, and Ann and Tom were kind enough to take her in for the last 3 months of her life.
Harriet went up and down this path, and she was the leader of the turkeys. Damn.
There's Junior.
Hey Junior. Okay. That's the raven. Rock, rock. Don't worry, there's somebody else here. Oh.
This whole structure came from logs that are on our woodlot. Mostly pine, but some aspen and some hemlock.
Stacks of lumber back in the woods.
So we could dry our onions in October. We'll bring our potatoes up here.
Oh, these are the runner beans. These are the scarlet runner beans. See how large they are? And these are the white runners.
We grow citrus too as one of our novel enterprises.
I would not have expected that. This is the fig tree.
Yes, we have this little accessory that allows us to keep them going.
Yeah, we put them in here.
This side goes ambient in the winter, but this side we keep above 50 to 80 degrees, and we're growing turmeric and ginger.
I grew up on a fairly large dairy farm in Pennsylvania, and I learned to work. We had to work in the garden, and it was a normal way of life.
And I was studying plant genetics, and Ann was taking her degrees in entomology. After we got married, we moved to Cleveland, and we did our postdocs.
You know, we'd go to the grocery store every day. We had a garden, but it was pretty small.
And then Ann got a position at UVM. We have a spring too.
Spring
I'll
that
show
we
you.
dug up there. This is the sugar house.
And how many gallons approximately are you?
100.
All of us know how to go down this trail in the pitch dark at 3 in the morning.
Everybody has 24 hours a day. Yeah. And if you spend that time not in the present, you rob yourself of becoming whole. And your feet know where to go.
We fill our sap tanks with the snow melt as a hedge against droughts in the summertime.
Which haven't been a problem lately.
We added this
The whole that thing.
addition after our kids grew up and moved out.
And
Well, those are butternuts.
These are butternut, but the walnuts look similar. These are the walnuts. Do you want to sit down and nibble something? The thimbleberries. This is dried tomato, and that's citrus peel. These are ground cherries and cherry tomatoes and some blueberries. These are the beans from last year. It's solar hot water, so it's direct from the sun. The sun heats the water.
In November through March, we switch over, circulate the water that's being heated in the cook stove.
Yeah, we cook here in the winter. It's got an oven. If we lose electricity, it goes sort of by itself because the hot water rises and
And the
then
cold water is heavier,
water
so it
falls
sinks.
and it goes around. And we keep track of which peppers we grow and what the germination rate was. And we look back to other years and see how they did.
You are definitely biologists and scientists. Do you all think about the future plans?
Yes, we have had discussions about this, and
I'm sure
our sons have discussions about this.
The couple is in their early 70s, and their son Alan lives next door.
Possible strategies when we bought the house next door was to rehab the bottom floor for us to move in and live there.
You haven't sat down once since I got here.
No, we don't sit down during the day. I think I'm just feel an urgency that we have to do this. And if we show people how to do it and they understand the urgency, then maybe they'll change some of the things they do.
They're going to come out and forage.
Yeah, they're going to come out and get some snails.
Thank you, Anna and Tom, and we will get stuck in Vermont with you again real soon.
So if you know anybody who wants a really old truck.
I'll put it in there. Yeah. So free to the person who takes
Free,
it away.
yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Or do I really need to sit there and watch videos?
What? You don't want people to watch videos? Come on, Ann. How dare you?
Just a few.
Just the good ones.
Just a good one.